Marcus Chen floated in the observation deck of the alien prison ship, watching the stars through reinforced transparisteel that had held beings far stronger than any human. The Krillian guards thought the restraints were overkill. After all, what could one human do against a ship full of the galaxy's most feared warriors? They had no idea they were looking at the last ember of a world that had burned brighter than any sun. Earth was gone. Not destroyed in some grand battle or consumed by cosmic catastrophe, but simply erased. The void plague had swept through the Sol system like a whisper of darkness, unmaking everything it touched at the molecular level. Planets, moons, space stations, all reduced to empty space as if they had never existed at all. Marcus had been on a deep space mining expedition beyond Pluto when it happened. By the time he returned, there was nothing left but the memory of where his home had once been. No debris field, no radiation signature, no trace that 4 billion years of planetary evolution had ever occurred. The Galactic Council had found him 3 months later, drifting in his mining vessel, half mad with grief and completely impossible to classify. Human physiology is unique, Dr. Vexhai had told the Council during Marcus's evaluation. The insectoid scientist's mandibles clicked nervously as she presented her findings. Their cellular structure adapts at an unprecedented rate. This one has been exposed to 17 different types of lethal radiation, various toxic atmospheres, and multiple biological weapons during our testing. He not only survived, he adapted. The council members, representatives from 57 different species, had listened with growing unease. The galaxy had seen stubborn species before, but nothing like this. Recommend immediate termination. Had come the verdict from Warlord Crexton of the Hegemony, his forearms gesturing dismissively. No single being should possess such resilience. But termination proved easier said than done. They tried poison first. Marcus's metabolism simply rewrote itself, breaking down toxins faster than they could accumulate. Vacuum exposure only taught his cells to retain oxygen more efficiently. Energy weapons seemed to charge him rather than harm him, his nervous system learning to conduct and redistribute the energy safely. The more they tried to kill him, the stronger he became. It's not just physical adaptation, Dr. Vexhai had reported after the 15th failed execution attempt. His neural pathways are restructuring themselves. He's processing information at superhuman levels, learning our languages by analyzing speech patterns, understanding our technologies by observing them in operation. The trauma of losing his entire species appears to have unlocked something. They had tried everything. Crushing pressure that had liquefied mountain-sized creatures barely bruised him. Temperatures that could melt starship hulls only made him perspire. Psychic attacks from the galaxy's most powerful mind readers bounced off mental barriers built from pure, crystallized grief. You want to know the secret? Marcus had finally spoken during one interrogation, his voice carrying an odd resonance that made the translator arrays struggle. The Krillian interrogator had leaned forward, intrigued despite himself. Humans don't survive because we're the strongest or the smartest, Marcus continued, his eyes holding depths that seemed to swallow light. We survive because we refuse to let go. My world is gone, but I remember every sunrise. My family is dead, but I carry their voices. You can destroy my body 1,000 times, and I'll rebuild it 1,001. Because that's what we do. We endure. The prison ship lurched suddenly, emergency lights bathing everything in red. Alarms wailed in 17 different languages, all conveying the same message. Hull breach, multiple decks compromised, structural integrity failing. Through the observation deck's windows, Marcus watched the void plague spreading across the prison ship's hull like hungry shadows. The same force that had devoured Earth was here, somehow, reaching out from the empty space where his world had been. The guards screamed as the plague touched them, their molecular bonds unraveling in seconds. Throughout the ship, beings from across the galaxy simply ceased to exist, their matter returning to the quantum foam from whence it came. But when the darkness reached Marcus, something extraordinary happened. It stopped. The void plague, which had consumed entire star systems, pressed against him like a wave meeting an immovable shore. Where it touched his skin, tiny sparks of defiance flickered, not destroying the plague, but holding it at bay through pure, stubborn refusal to be unmade. Marcus stood up, the restraints falling away like paper. He had learned to interface with Krillian technology weeks ago just by watching. Now he activated the ship's communication array with a thought. "This is Marcus Chen, last son of Earth to any who can hear this message." His voice carried across subspace, reaching every inhabited world in the sector. "My species is gone, but I remain. I have seen what lurks in the void between stars, and I know how to stand against it." He paused, feeling the plague pressing harder against his impossible resilience. "You tried to kill me because you feared what humanity represented. You should have tried to learn from us instead. Because whether you like it or not, I am your shield now, and I will not break." The void plague writhed around him, contained but not conquered. Marcus Chen, the last human in existence, stood alone in the dying ship and smiled. They couldn't kill him. And now, finally, he understood why. Humanity's greatest weapon had never been strength or intelligence, it was hope.